Hey, Warpugs. So today we're going to be checking out SCP-5543, The Lost Reward. And this was requested in the Discord by Bao. And he said, I don't want to oversell this, but this is the best SCP article I've seen in a very long time. You won't be disappointed. Well, it has a cat on it. And anytime there's a cat, that's an automatic plus for me, guys. Warpugs, we're going to jump right into this. I would hope that if you haven't subscribed to the Volgun yet, you're going to immediately after this. This is the first time you're seeing him. But he's one of my favorite SCP people, period. Let's jump right into this. I'm not feeling that well today. I really am not. I have been feeling rather ill the past few days, and today it's just kind of really hammered home. So I apologize if I seem a little bit like down or anything like that. That's what's going on right now. It is what it is, Warpugs. Sometimes you just get sick. Here we go.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hello, Kitty.
My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-5543. Object Class: Keter.
Okay.
Special Containment Procedures. Mobile Task Force 520, FIDO, personnel are to be
Nice.
embedded within population centers located inside SCP-5543's current area of effect. Personnel will be required to prepare for briefing each day at 4:30 local time. In the event that a distinct SCP-5543-1 Hume signature is detected, the nearest Mobile Task Force personnel shall be dispatched to intercept the SCP-5543-1 instances. All recovered instances shall be scanned and catalogued.
Okay.
Instances are to then be destroyed via incineration. If an SCP-5543-1 instance appears outside of the current known area of effect, the known area of effect shall then be subsequently updated. If an SCP-5543-1 instance cannot be destroyed before SCP-5543-2 can be contacted, personnel are to take custody of the target by necessary force until the SCP-5543 event ceases. If an SCP-5543 event progresses to its second phase, owners of SCP-5543-A are to be taken into custody along with their reward money.
What?
Upon transmutation of reward money, appropriate cover stories shall be fabricated and disseminated, and Class A amnestics deployed as necessary. Owners are to be held until cognitohazard symptoms cease and are to receive appropriate therapy supplemented by low-level amnestics. Description: SCP-5543 is a phenomenon involving the anomalous manifestations of a series of lost pet flyers collectively referred to as SCP-5543-1. On initial examination, the flyer appears to be unremarkable in nature. It is printed on neon-colored paper. The exact color may vary between instances of SCP-5543-1 and has an image of an animal, henceforth referred to as the target, currently under the care of an individual, henceforth referred to as the owner.
Okay.
Also included is information regarding the supposed disappearance of the target, a phone number to be called in the event of the target being found, and the promise of a cash reward. All flyer text is written in English. SCP-5543's first recorded event manifested in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, and subsequent events have generated further from this epicenter at an indeterminate rate. The first phase of an SCP-5543 event's primary effect commences upon the owner's visual recognition and comprehension of an SCP-5543-1 instance. The owner, along with anyone within the owner's household during the event, will believe that the target rightfully belongs to SCP-5543-1's distributor.
Wait a minute. What? Okay, does the person initially own the pet, or what? Okay, moving on. I'm
will
really
take
trying to compact this.
SCP-5543-1 to their residence and dial the listed phone number. This phone number will connect the owner to SCP-5543-2, a sentient entity believed to be the source of SCP-5543 events. SCP-5543-2 will arrange to meet the owner at their home the following evening. At the designated time, SCP-5543-2 will manifest outside the owner's residence and enter upon invitation. SCP-5543-2 will then present the cash reward to the owner in exchange for the target. Once this transaction is complete, SCP-5543-2 and the target will demanifest. This marks the end of an event's first phase.
Okay.
If this phase cannot be completed by 0000 hours the next day, all associated phenomena will cease.
Okay, is this the person's pet that they're giving over? That they that's what I'm struggling with here. That's what I'm kind of struggling with. Is it the original person's pet, the owner's pet, that they're handing over, believing that it belongs to this SCP? To 5543-2. That's what I'm kind of in the middle of right now.
At 0500 local time on the following morning, the second phase of the SCP-5543 event will begin. The entirety of the rewarded currency will be transmuted into biological material with a total mass equivalent to that of the original currency.
Okay.
DNA test results indicate that this biological material matches that of the target. If this conversion utilizes the entirety of the target's total mass, genetically similar biological materials sourced from within a 80-kilometer radius of the event will make up any remainder. Most instances of biological material are mutilated with signs of mechanical separation. Despite the abnormality of this transmutation, the owner will accept the biological material as if it were still a form of currency. Owners under the effect of the second phase of SCP-5543 will display signs of acute paranoia and become protective of their reward. Amnestics have proven to be only a partially effective treatment at this stage. This mental state will persist for up to 3 weeks after the transmutation, though the event may leave behind long-lasting mental trauma, at which point the SCP-5543 event is presumed to have concluded.
Okay. Now I have mental trauma.
Addendum 1. Incident Report 5543-01. Initially, Mobile Task Force Phi-20 personnel tasked with SCP-5543 containment were each issued one lab rat with an implanted tracking chip for research purposes.
Cool beans.
This was done to potentially induce an SCP-5543 event with the Mobile Task Force personnel as the target. Personnel's homes were fitted with adequate monitoring equipment to properly record an interaction with SCP-5543-2. The following is an excerpt from an audio recording collected from Incident 5543-01. Excerpt of audio recording from Incident 5543-01.
Okay.
Subjects: Agent SCP-5543-2. Forward. Agent was under the influence of SCP-5543's cognitohazard properties. He was markedly more amicable while under these effects. The event was allowed to progress uninhibited, and the results recorded.
It's always funny that sometimes some of the things in these forwards, basically they're saying that this agent is a dick, and he wasn't quite as much of a dick when he was underneath the cognitohazard.
Visual recording devices experienced a malfunction for the duration of the event. Excerpt begins shortly after SCP-5543-2 is shown SCP-5543-A. Begin excerpt. 2008-08-23, 2107 Central Standard Time.
There's the little rascal. You know, I was going to name him Alfalfa after the little rascal before I finally settled on SCP-5543-R27.
Agent chose not to name SCP-5543-R27, reporting that it was just a test subject.
I think I like SCP-5543-R27 more. I can see why you picked it. It rolls right off the tongue.
SCP-5543-R27 can be heard enjoying recreational use of its running wheel.
Wow, look at him go! He's really going bonkers. He's always been that way since I got him that wheel. And he's real smart, too. He can learn tricks. You should see him.
Here, SCP-5543-2 explains testing procedures involving SCP-5543-R27 and an undisclosed SCP in great detail. This represents a critical breach of sensitive information.
Oh boy.
That's quite a feat. Makes sense, though. He was able to sneak out on you, cage and all.
Both 5543-2 and Agent remain silent for 12 seconds, presumably to watch SCP-5543-R27 in its running wheel.
So I was right. It convinces the original owner of the pet that they own the pet. Oh, that's harsh.
Say, you're a real swell fella, Mr. I can't believe you live all in your lonesome. Maybe you use some of that moolah I gave you to get yourself one of these fine rats.
End excerpt. 2008, 08, 23, 2107, Central Standard Time. Closing statement. During incident, SCP-5543-2 expressed knowledge of sensitive Foundation information. Agent was rewarded as part of the transaction. SCP-5543-R27 tracking chip stopped transmitting information at the moment of demanifestation associated with SCP-5543-2's departure. When reward money underwent transmutation, the entire population of lab rats at Site-37 was lost. Resulting biological material was used to supplement D-Class food supply in an effort to recover costs.
That ain't right.
Following results of Incident 5543-01, and given the...
You would feed this to D-Class... That's so dickish. Hey, look, you know, this SCP turned this money into this crap. Here, eat chow down.
The nature of the information breach.
That's dickish.
Site-37 director firmly recommended that further testing involving SCP-5543 and Foundation property should be prohibited, citing the potential loss of valuable resources in test animals and the possibility of further informational breaches. This recommendation was accepted. Addendum 2, Incident 5543-02. On June 21, 2014, at approximately 0830 Central Standard Time, an SCP-5543-1 instance in the form of a missing child poster was intercepted in Dane County, Wisconsin. This is the first iteration of a human target instance. Initial estimates place the loss of human life roughly equivalent to the population of Madison, Wisconsin, had the event been allowed to progress. For this reason, Mobile Task Force Phi-20 Commander has submitted a formal request for further resources to be allocated for use in containing SCP-5543.
Dude, no.
This concludes today's lecture. Thank you for listening, if indeed you still are, and you are all dismissed. Goodbye.
Okay, that took a really... That went from... This is depraved, this is like harmful, this is... to a really, really messed up area. Imagine if that thing was able to do what it wanted to do. Like, because... it's progressing on to people now. And with it having a missing child poster... somebody would hand over their own kid to this thing. Oh, that's rough. That is rough beyond imagination. And how would you even explain that? How would you even begin to explain that? You know, you would never be able to rationalize it, not to yourself, not to anybody else. Oh, ugh. That's just nasty in so many ways. That is ugly. Warpugs, I get why Bao said that this was a good one. Because this one gets... It's like you're seeing it before it becomes major. Like, becomes really, really serious before it becomes really, really threatening. Oh, it's so good, too. Warpugs, this is why I like SCP so much. Stuff like this is the reason why I like SCP so much. Just the sheer audacity of this thing. Because now they're going to have to investigate it more. They'd have to investigate it more. For anything else, they'd have to start investigating this thing. Ugh. Leaving it be. Warpugs, I'm going to head out from here. Check the links in the description below for all the Volgun's links. Leave a like and a comment on this video. Join the channel as a patron and a member. I'll catch you guys next time. Just know